The White House said on Monday it was not the time to talk with Pyongyang, dampening Secretary of State Rex Tillerson's efforts to explore the possibility of dialogue with North Korea over its nuclear weapons program. "We've been clear that now is not the time to talk," White House spokeswoman Sarah Huckabee Sanders told reporters. She added that the only conversations the U.S. is willing to have with North Korea are about the fate of the 3 Americans being held there. Beyond that, there will be no conversations with North Korea at this time. The Trump administration has demanded North Korea release 3 U.S. citizens it has detained: missionary Kim Dong-chul and academics Tony Kim and Kim Hak-song. Tensions between the two countries have escalated in recent weeks, with Pyongyang conducting its 6th and largest nuclear test on September 3. Officials close to Tillerson dismissed any suggestion of a rift between him and President Trump. Trump and Tillerson on the same page. Tillerson said on Saturday during a trip to China that the United States had multiple channels of direct communication open with North Korea and officials will look into whether further talks could take place. Trump undercut his chief diplomat just hours later in a Twitter post, saying Tiller was wasting his time. Trump advised Tillerson to save his energy rather than negotiate with Little Rocket Man, using his sarcastic nickname for the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. But officials close to Tillerson insisted that the pair were on the same page and dismissed any rift between the White House and State Department. "I think the president is demonstrating skepticism on whether the North Koreans will change behavior, since there has been zero indication during the summer they will do so," said Tillerson's senior advisor on public affairs, R.C. Hammond. He isn't demonstrating skepticism on Secretary Tillerson's statements and strategy. When asked on Monday if Trump still had confidence in Tillerson as Secretary of State, Sanders said he does. Reuters, AFP, AP. In 2016, U.S. student Otto Warmbier was arrested for allegedly stealing a propaganda poster as a trophy. He was sentenced to 15 years of hard labor for crimes against the state. In June 2017, he was returned by North Korea to the U.S. in a coma and died a week later. What happened to him in captivity is a mystery. His death prompted a travel ban for U.S. citizens to North Korea. Kim Dong-chul, a South Korea-born U.S. citizen, was sentenced in 2015 to 10 years hard labor for subversion and espionage after North Korean officials said he received a USB stick containing nuclear-linked and military secrets from a South Korean source in North Korea. Chul was arrested in the Special Economic Zone Raisin while visiting. He remains imprisoned, and his condition is unknown. In 2013, North Korea sentenced U.S. citizen Kenneth Bae to 15 years hard labor for crimes against the state. He was arrested with a tour group in the port city of Raisin. A North Korean court described Bae as a militant Christian evangelist. He was once allowed to talk to the media and said he was forced to work 8 hours a day and was in poor health. Bae was released in November 2014. In 2013, U.S. citizen Matthew Miller was arrested when he arrived in Pyongyang and reportedly tore up his U.S. passport, demanding asylum in North Korea. He was later sentenced to 6 years of hard labor on charges of espionage. The court said Miller had a wild ambition to experience prison life so that he could secretly investigate North Korea's human rights situation. He was released in 2014. In 2013, Merrill Newman, an 85-year-old Korean War U.S. Army veteran, was detained for 1 month in North Korea. Arrested as he was departing, he was accused of masterminding espionage and subversive activities. He was freed after he expressed sincere repentance and read a statement that said he was guilty of a long list of indelible crimes against the DPRK government and Korean people. U.S. journalists Yoon Lee and Laura Ling were captured in 2009 after briefly entering North Korea to report on refugees. After a month in confinement, they were sentenced to 12 years hard labor for illegal entry and hostile acts. 2 months later, after former U.S. President Bill Clinton met with former North Korean leader Kim Jong-il in Pyongyang, the 2 women were pardoned and freed. Author Wesley Ron